Real Madrid's travel nightmare. How a storm wrecked the team's plans before the PSG clash. Real Madrid endured one of its most chaotic trips in recent years, all because of a sudden storm that caught the team on their way to the Club World Cup semifinal. Thunderstorms in Florida, flight delays, circling in the air, cancelled press events, and a shattered schedule. Here's a full breakdown of this travel disaster. It all started in Palm Beach. The team had just completed their final training session in Palm Beach ahead of the decisive semifinal against PSG. Everything was going according to plan, until a massive thunderstorm swept over the region just hours before the scheduled flight to New York. The club's charter plane was held at West Palm Beach International Airport, waiting for clearance to take off and fulfill their official obligations, including FIFA press conference at MetLife Stadium, the venue of the semifinal. But that plan quickly fell apart. The team failed to arrive in time and had to notify FIFA that they would not be able to attend the scheduled events. 4 p.m. Storm in Miami and first delays. The team was scheduled to fly out at 4 p.m., but the thunderstorm grounded their charter for an hour and a half. When the plane finally took off, the problems didn't end there. The skies over New York were already overcrowded. 6:55 p.m. We are still on the plane. At 6:55, the club shared an update. We are still on a plane. Their aircraft was stuck in the air, unable to land at Newark Airport. The plane circled for nearly an hour over Virginia and then Allentown as it waited for landing clearance. Real Madrid realized they would not make it to the scheduled FIFA media duties. The press conference featuring Xabi Alonso and three players, Valverde, Courtois, and Jacobo, was supposed to start at 7:30, but now everything was in disarray. The club contacted FIFA to officially request the cancellation of the press events. FIFA agreed. Meanwhile, Luis Enrique, PSG's coach, was holding his own press conference. 30 minutes in, a journalist informed Enrique of Real Madrid's delay and Alonso's absence. It doesn't change anything for me. I didn't know about the flight. I think we've answered 30 or 40 questions already, so let's wrap these up, he said and left the press room. Shortly after, a FIFA spokesperson made it official. The press conference with Xabi Alonso scheduled for tonight has been cancelled. 8:53. Finally on the ground. At approximately 8:53 p.m., the Real Madrid plane finally landed in Newark, 4 hours after their original scheduled departure. Around 10, the team arrived at their hotel near the World Trade Center in Manhattan. Club president Florentino Perez led the delegation. When reporters asked Xabi Alonso, was the flight exhausting? It was actually Kylian Mbappé who answered with a dry smile. Well, no, not really. Unlike PSG, who trained that morning at Rutgers University in northern New Jersey, Real Madrid had chosen to remain in Palm Beach to prepare for the semifinal. That decision led to a full-blown logistical nightmare. But it wasn't just a random choice. There was a clear reason behind it. The club had invested nearly 1 million euros to build a temporary training complex in Palm Beach, a kind of American Valdebebas. The centerpiece of that investment was a perfect grass pitch created on a repurposed municipal field and turned into a mini sports base. The goal was to ensure top-level training conditions, especially for players recovering from injury and to avoid new ones. In past US tours, players like Arda Güler and Raul Asensio had suffered serious setbacks, and the club wanted to prevent history from repeating itself. Still, the cost of that decision was high, both in logistics and lost time. The club has already confirmed, if they reach the final on Sunday, again in New Jersey, they will not return to Palm Beach. Instead, they'll remain in New York for the remainder of the tournament. If you found this story interesting, give us a like. Got your own take on Real Madrid's travel nightmare? Share your comment down below. We are reading every single one of them. And don't forget to subscribe to Football News Tribuna, because it's more than just football news. Bye bye.